Former Rhino Congressman Peter Meijer officially drops out of the Michigan Senate race. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video. Today, it is time to talk about the 2024 Michigan Senate race because everyone, Peter Meijer has officially dropped out. Yeah, that's right, the former Rhino Congressman that really shouldn't have even ran in the first place. He decided now, okay, I have no shot of winning. I'm just going to get out of the race. And this is kind of funny to think that someone with the last name of Meijer in Michigan, you would think that, oh my goodness, this guy must have a lot of money behind him and he would have universal name recognition. Well, he does. And it didn't work. It goes to show you that just because your last name is Meijer in Michigan, it doesn't matter. If you suck and Republicans hate you, they're not going to vote for you. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now, let us get into it. Former Representative Peter Meijer is dropping his bid for Michigan's open Senate seat, the Republicans said in a statement Friday. The hard reality is the fundamentals of the race have changed since we launched this campaign. After prayerful consideration, today I withdraw my name from the primary ballot. Without a strong pathway to victory, continuing this campaign only increases the likelihood of a divisive primary that would distract from the essential goal, conservative victories in November, Meijer said. Now, I'll give Meijer credit. He understood this was pointless to continue this primary. It doesn't matter how much money he has behind him. He's going to self-fund a lot. It doesn't matter. He didn't have a pathway to the nomination. And even back in 2022, when he lost the primary in his House seat, instead of being, a sore loser about it, he tried to help Republicans. So I'll give him credit for being a team player and realizing this is pointless. Mike Rogers, more than likely, is going to be the nominee. Why should I continue this campaign when everyone kind of agrees that's what's going to happen here? One of just 10 House Republicans who voted to impeach former President Trump after the January 6th riot, Meijer narrowly lost his House primary race in the 2022 midterms to a Trump-endorsed challenger. He entered the state Senate race last year despite discouragement from the National Party. Yeah, that's what Meijer's known for, not his last name, no. It's for his impeachment of Trump, which to this day, I don't get why he did that. He had no reason to vote for impeachment. And people just forget, he was not a never-Trumper back in 2020. You can argue he only outran Trump because he ran as the Trump candidate. You think I'm kidding? His website was nothing but, I'm the Trump-endorsed candidate. I'm going to support Trump's policies. But the second he got elected, he became a never-Trumper. He used Trump's endorsement to win. And the second he won, never mind, I don't like the guy. I don't get the political instincts of some of these people. You win because of Trump. That's a fact. You run on his name, you say you support his policies. But the second you get to your elected position, whether it's the House, the Senate, it doesn't matter. You suddenly became a never-Trumper overnight? I mean, stuff like that is why people don't vote for the Republican Party. The move comes days after Meijer announced that he had turned in enough signatures to qualify for the ballot. And that's just kind of ironic, really. Like, a week after you got the signatures, oh, by the way, I'm done. They must have gotten an internal poll that showed them down by like 60 points, and they realized there's no way in hell we're winning this race, especially with Justin Amash running. It's gonna be Mike Rogers. They must have got some awful poll. That's when they realized, yeah, there's no way we could win this. Which I always wondered, did Peter Meijer really think he was ever gonna somehow beat the Trump-endorsed candidate? The U.S. Army veteran who served in Iraq leaves a crowded field of candidates vying to replace longtime Democratic Senator Debbie Stabenow, including former Congressman Mike Rogers, who Trump endorsed last month. The winner of the GOP primary is likely to take on Representative Elisa Slotkin, who Democrats have largely coalesced around in the key battleground state. Rogers thanked Meijer for his service to our country and for bringing light to some of the biggest issues facing America and Michigan families in a social media post on Friday. In other words, thank you for getting the hell out of the race and united behind me. Because let's just face it, Mike Rogers is going to be the nominee. Let's stop pretending that, oh, Peter Meijer had a chance. He never had a shot. These idiots really thought that he was going to win. He wasn't. He couldn't win as the incumbent in his very favorable House seat with a bunch of Democrats voting. So you're telling me that he couldn't win in that race, but he was going to somehow win statewide? CNN reported last year that the Senate Republican campaign arm privately urged Meijer to sit out of the race out of fear that Meijer could split the primary vote among moderate Republicans and hand the nomination of former Detroit Police Chief James Craig, who was disqualified as a gubernatorial candidate in 2022. Wait, what? They were so worried about Craig that they told Meijer to sit out? Not because he sucks, but oh, we have to get some moderate in there. We can't allow the vote to be split. That's Senate Republicans for you. This philosophy of, well, moderate equals electable. No, it doesn't. I don't get why Senate Republicans think this. That, oh, somehow if you're a moderate, that means you're going to win automatically. No. In fact, you could argue if Peter Meijer was the nominee, he would get crushed. Because a bunch of Trump voters, they just won't vote for the guy. Why would they vote for the guy that is a never Trumper in his time in Congress? Sucked. Hell, back in 2022, over half of his own district voted against him. And remember, that's in Grand Rapids. That's one of the most establishment-friendly parts of Michigan. Yet over half of his own district voted against him. What do you think about the voters in Macomb County? How do you think they're going to vote? They might vote for Trump, but for someone like Meijer, they're going to say, screw you, I'm going to vote Democrat or just not vote. Now, I understand it's important to win swing voters. Obviously, you have to win swing voters to win an election. But at the same time, you cannot just lose a bunch of Trump voters to appease the independent vote. You're not going to win, and these idiots don't understand that. Because, okay, for every vote you win in Kent County, you probably lose 2 to 3 votes in Macomb County. So therefore, you have a net loss. That's the problem. They don't understand this. I don't get why Republican strategists, they cannot comprehend that, yes, winning independents, winning moderates, you have to win them over, at least a chunk of them. But at the same time, you have to win over your own voters that, in reality, don't really like you. They like Trump, and that's about it. Now, that's for a multitude of reasons, but stuff like trade, stuff like immigration, the fact that Trump doesn't screw these people over. That's why they vote for Trump, but for Republicans like Meijer, hell no, they're not going to vote, or hell, they might just vote Democrat to screw Meijer over. And Republicans cannot understand that's the reality. Even in a state like Wisconsin, you're not going to win through just independents in Waukesha. There's not enough of those voters to win. Meijer lost his House primary race in the 2022 midterms to a Trump-endorsed challenger, John Gibbs, who in hindsight was basically just a sacrificial lamb. If you really think Meijer was winning, no, he wasn't going to win that. Sure, there might have been a chunk of Democrats that voted for him because he voted to impeach Trump, but a lot of Republicans, like actual Republicans, not the Grand Rapids type, they voted for Bush and voted Democrat ever since. Not those Republicans. I'm talking about the people that still vote Republican. Those voters just wouldn't have voted. Now, with Peter Meijer out of the race, I do want to talk about the Michigan Senate race a bit more because Meijer dropping out, it just basically guarantees what we thought for a while. Mike Rogers is going to be the nominee. He has like a 99% chance of winning. The last poll, he was at 23%, but I believe that was before the Trump endorsement or right after. But either way, even before Meijer dropped out, Mike Rogers was the clear frontrunner. Of course, there's a bunch of undecideds, but I think Mike Rogers, he was picking up steam even before Trump endorsed him, even before Meijer dropped out. He was starting to unite the entire party behind him. I mean, look at the endorsements. He's gotten the endorsement from virtually everyone of note, even out of state. People like Katie Britt, John Kennedy, Steve Daines. Of course, Trump endorsed him. Even James Craig. So, Mike Rogers, is the clear frontrunner, but there are some other people running. Sandy Pensler, I have no clue who that is. I guess Ramaswamy backs him. I honestly have no clue who the hell this guy is, but I guess he's running. The last noteworthy opponent for Mike Rogers is, of course, Justin Amash. Now, some of you might not know why Justin Amash is bad. Put it this way. Imagine Liz Cheney morphed with Rand Paul, and not the good parts of Rand Paul, the crap parts. You know, all the negatives of Rand Paul. They morph it to one, they spit out a pile of crap. That's Justin Amash. He takes all the crap parts of Rand Paul, the bad libertarian stuff, morphs it with Liz Cheney, and calls it a day. Now, that doesn't mean Justin Amash, is a war hawk. I'm not saying that, but he is a vehement never-Trumper. Not just, he doesn't like Trump. This guy has some of the most egregious examples of Trump derangement syndrome I have ever seen. For crying out loud, he changed his entire worldview, changed parties because of Orange Man. Yeah, remember, he ran as a libertarian for president. Now, he didn't get the nomination, but what does that tell you? The guy flip-flops between parties every 5 seconds. One day he's a libertarian, the next he's a Republican, the next he's an independent. So in other words, you cannot trust Justin Amash. What's gonna happen? Let's just say somehow Republicans win West Virginia, and let's say by some ungodly miracle, Democrats hold on to Ohio and Montana, but Justin Amash won the state of Michigan. You would have a rhino majority. You would have Justin Amash, Susan Collins, and Lisa Murkowski. You're screwed. That's not a majority. With Lisa Murkowski and Justin Amash alone, they're never Trumpers. They will vote against Trump no matter what it is. It could be something they supported a day ago, but vote against because Trump supports it. That's Justin Amash. The guy is a clown. No one should support him. You can't trust the guy. However, we should be fine as I don't see Justin Amash winning. I just don't see how this guy can win. All the Never Trump stuff alone should kill any chance of winning. Plus, it seems like the entire party is getting behind Mike Rogers. The latest poll had him at 23%. Granted, a lot of undecideds, but that was before Meijer dropped out. That was right after James Craig dropped out. And I think it was before the Trump endorsement. So Mike Rogers is probably at like 60%. I just don't get why Justin Amash is running. I really do think he hates Trump that much that he's going to run not because he can win, but just to screw Mike Rogers over in order to spite Trump. Would you really be surprised? I don't know, but Justin Amash, I don't trust. I just don't think anyone should vote for the guy. He seems like a Lisa Murkowski 2.0 in the making. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.